ABC Sports live in California for the Sony HD 500.
Looks like Casey Kane, the 9 car, has used all the tires, the good in the tires that he had, because Tony Stewart has gotten back by him. It looks like Matt Kenseth is going to be able to do it as well.
Battle, and Kyle leads by 2.4 seconds.
He can't off that fast.
He can't either.
I mean, for as fast as he was, then he just all of a sudden back hurried.
All right, we promise to take you through the field. We'll start with the leader, and here's Dave.
He's feeling pretty sporty right now. Those were his words. He also asked, hey, this isn't a 400-mile race, is it? Referring to maybe leading by lap 200 here. Response back, we could win it if it was an 800-mile race if you keep doing what you're doing. Alan?
Well, Tony Stewart has spent a lot of time out in front tonight, as usual in these races lately. Also, as usual, not much chatter on Stewart's radio. Goes in on the next pit stop. Crew Chief Greg Zipadelli will ask Tony what he needs. Then we'll find out what they're like. Dave?
Robbie Reiser's done a great job this weekend. Distracted as his father is quite ill. He spent the whole day with him on Wednesday after testing Monday and Tuesday. He's really had his head in the game, trying to focus on getting the 17 into the chase. Alan?
Well, we just saw Casey Kane's rocket up through the top 10 into the top couple. Now he slipped back a few spots. The crew's looking for Kane to pit in about 25 more laps. And remember that to be about the same number of laps to the finish that we got to this point, he should be pretty quick. Matt?
If Mark Martin can finish right where he is now, fifth, he'll lock himself into the chase and have another shot trying to score that first ever Nextel Cup championship. But the car, Allen, bad loose.
Well, Carl Edwards, crew chief Osborne, radioed him a couple of laps ago, said, is there anything we can do to help the car? Carl's response was brief. No. Up to you, driver. Marty?
Alan, Jimmy Johnson securely locked into the chase for the Nextel Cup, and it's a good thing. They had a broken right front shock earlier. Now on lap 181, he thought he had a left front tire going down. Said, I don't know how much longer I can hang on to it, but so far, the tire's holding up. Matt?
The Viv thought he had a tire going down earlier. Now he's just still fighting a bad condition like his teammate Mark Martin, but making a lot of conversation about how other cars are dragging their fenders like the 20 and the 48. Sparks, while Sterling Marlin and the 41, his teammate Casey Mears, having great days. Marlin, no adjustment again the last stop. Meanwhile, Casey Mears, he's raced here in all kinds of cars, kart Indy cars. His best finish here, 8th, 2004. Trying to work on that again, currently in the 10th position, guys.
Thanks, Matt. Up front, Kyle Busch by 2.4 seconds over Tony Stewart. Qualified 25th for this race, has worked his way to the front of the field. Let's continue to go through the field. Marty.
Bill Kurt Busch fell back as far as 35th after the spin that he said was his fault. Now he says when he hits the throttle, the car jumps very loose, almost as much as 2 lanes. He said, guys, I can't drive a car like this. This is just silly. Alan?
Well, Brian Vickers has slipped back a couple spots. He's been running in the backside of the top 10 most of the night. One theme on this evening for him, rear grip. He just came on the radio and said 3 times, loose, 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 Dave.
On the last run, Ricky Rudd radioed in, my car feels funny, and rather than jump to conclusions, crew chief Fatback McSwain decided to just change tires, make no changes. There was a slow leak in the left front tire. Great call. Alan?
Here comes the rally. Jeff Gordon worked after this car all night. Remember, they went as far back as 30th at one point. Gordon creeping as far forward as he's been in a long time to 14th place. I talked to his crew chief Rodney Childers about that smoke we saw from the 10 car a while ago. The car was just grinding part of the lower left corner of that valance. The orange stripe you see in the car, Rodney said it's a big deal. Dave?
Scott Wimmer's been running in the top 20 all night long, and on the last stop, his only complaint was that his temperatures were up a little bit. They cleaned a lot of rubber off that front grille, made no chassis adjustments to Scott's car.
About 20 laps ago, Joe Nemechek, radio dad, said, man, I thought this car would tighten up when the sun went down. It hasn't. The car has stayed loose for most of the evening. They've been struggling with that. Ryan Newman behind him, his car too free. He came on the radio, told guys the car is still horrible. He's one of those bubble guys trying to make the chase for the champion. Wallace, his teammate, has just passed him. He got the lucky dog earlier. Rusty's car a little loose as well. You see his hands inside the windshield there trying to hang on to the 2. Matt?
McMurray started the night 12 points out of the 10th position, but like a lot of guys, his car just too tight. They thought they had a handle on Fontana. Finished 4th here in February, but this is not the night he needed to keep his chance alive. We've got to spin.
Boris said brings out the caution.
Flat.
Left rear tire.
They're all flat.
That's true.
And we will have pit stops with 50 to go.
Tires, Frank.
You know, that's right. With 50 to go, and some cars, if it goes, make it 50 left.
And you're the part where you got to think about green, white, checkered.
Yeah, man, oh man, tough deal.
And this last shot, I mean, if you're going to make any changes, this could be it.
Well, this plays in the 24's hand. I mean, they gather up that track position right now. He's in 14th. Like we said, one more yellow. They make adjustment.
That has been a very, very impressive comeback by Gordon.
Well, we talked about on the Bank of America countdown down to green for Carl Edwards, Matt Kenseth, Ryan Newman, Gordon, McMurray. These are more than just pit stops in a race. Could be the pit stops of the season. See what happened to Boris.
Same shot, same spot that Mike Bliss spun.
Must be an ice patch out there, don't you
Yeah,
think?
it's
When you're jumping on the gas, you got the car fully loaded in the corner, and you're picking up the. But it's so easy to get sideways there.
Boris running 35th.
He's trying to get back to the pit area and not have the tires come apart and tear the fenders off, but he barely can stay in front of the pace car who's running 65 miles per hour.
He's going to hustle it back there. Drivers all talking to their crew chiefs right now about the changes they want to make to their cars. Kyle Busch, Matt Kenseth, Tony Stewart, Mark Martin, Casey Kane, the top 5. Gordon in the 14th spot. Newman back to 19th. Jamie McMurray 20th. Dale Jarrett 25th. Dale Earnhardt Jr. 29th.
Jeff Gordon is now 11th in the chase for the NASCAR Nextel Cup, but he's only 5 points behind Ryan Newman. That 10th spot is going to go right to Richmond the last lap.
Here they come down pit road. Dave Burns.
Robbie Reiser says we should be able to make it from here. Greg Ebert is the fuel man. He is required to pack this car full of fuel. He'll put 2 cans in, and when the car drops flat after they change the left side tires, he'll hit it one more time to make sure it's topped off. No changes to the chassis. Marty.
Chad Cannell said, pack this thing, fuel. This is right on the edge of their window. Jimmy has been both tight and loose. They're going to make a wedge and air pressure adjustment for the 48 team. Matt.
Top of your screen, Mark Martin, the 6. Chassis adjustment. They have made headway on his loose condition. Still needed to make another adjustment. Allen.
We watched Jeff Gordon's pit stop on the lower left. They're going to make an air pressure adjustment in the left rear of the car as they continue to work at this machine to try and gain spots. Jeff came down pit road in 14th spot. Let's see if the crew can pick him up some as they exit pit.
Look out there.
Oh,
He did.
man.
Picked up a lot of spots. It looked
Casey
like.
Kane, that 9 car, lost several spots.
But he didn't get any damage. Let's take a look at the race off of pit road. There's Matt again. Kyle Busch.
About the same as last time.
Carl Edwards.
Jimmy Johnson, Sterling Marlin.
Lead, that's Gordon.
Yeah.
Picked up.
Casey Mears.
Kurt Busch. We'll sort out the running order and set the stage for the final 50 laps at California. Who's going to Richmond with a shot of the chase? We'll find out.
Just announced, the Chevy employee discount continues on 05 vehicles and is now available on 06 full-size trucks. From the family of Chevy trucks, the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road. The discount price is right on the window. That's the Chevy Total Value Promise. Right now, get a 2006 Silverado 1500 regular cab WT for under $16,200. See your local Chevy dealer today.
Cholesterol comes from 2 sources. It's not only from that footlong Frank, but from your Grandpa Frank. And not just from that Virginia ham, but from your Aunt Ginny, too. Your cholesterol doesn't just come from food. It also has a lot to do with family history. Ask your doctor about Vytorin. A healthy diet is important, but when it's not enough, adding Vytorin can help. Vytorin treats the two sources of cholesterol, food and what your body makes naturally based on family history. Vytorin was proven in clinical studies to lower bad cholesterol more than Lipitor alone. Vytorin is not for everyone, including people with liver problems, women who are nursing, pregnant, or may become pregnant. Unexplained muscle pain or weakness could be a sign of a rare but serious side effect. Vytorin may interact with other medicines or certain foods, increasing your risk of getting this serious side effect. Simple blood tests are needed to check for liver problems. Follow a healthy diet and ask your doctor about adding Vytorin. For the two sources of cholesterol, remember the name Vytorin. That's Vytorin.
So this is the living room, plasma TV, the awesome sound system, toast, the hot tub, the grill. Oh yeah, did I mention the driveway?
Check out Visa.com to learn how you and 3 friends could win the ultimate NASCAR experience. Stay in a luxury RV, get a hot lap with Rusty Wallace or Kurt Busch, and tour the pits. No purchase necessary to enter. Visa, if you love NASCAR.
These are my neighbors. They're kind of noisy.
It's everywhere you want to be.
All right, well, what's up next, Michael?
This shiny new 2002 Chevrolet Cavalier 2.4-liter 4-cylinder alternator. And best of all, it comes in a variety of fashionable colors.
Well, I'll have to say that the red one is my favorite. Let's get a look at it.
Somehow that doesn't surprise me. I like the blue, though. Get a shot of that blue one. Look at there. Look at her, son.
People like red.
People named Dale.
They lost over 750 pounds and inspired a nation. Next Tuesday.
That says it all, the Chevy Rock and Roll 400. Next Saturday night from Richmond on TNT. Don't be late. Matt Kenseth, the race leader, trying to get himself into the chase for the Nextel Cup. He's an excellent driver with good equipment, but they have strong leadership and a very well-bonded race team. Even in trouble, Robbie Reiser, the crew chief, comes down and explains to his guys, you cannot make mistakes like that. These guys stick together. They have good pit stops, they celebrate pit stops, and then they celebrate the win. These guys were out of the chase. They were out of contention 10 races ago. And right now, Matt Kenseth, 9th in the race to the chase.
And Jeff Gordon is 10th. Ryan Newman is back to 11th. He's 6 points behind Gordon.
Final adjustments have been made if we stay green. Less than 50 to go at Fontana. Hang on tight, everybody. Single file restart.
Jimmy Johnson underneath Carl Edwards. Right off the bat. Didn't make it. Nope.
Marty?
This has been a wild night for the 48 team, Bill. Obviously, they're securely in the championship. They hit the wall 55, had a broken right front shock, thought he had a left front tire going down, got the caution that they needed on the last time. Jimmy said the car is very good. He apologized to the guys for hitting the wall.